Students, I would like you to complete a survey for me as your last activity for my class. This is important to me because this is the first time we've done distance learning, at least first time I've done it. And I'd like your feedback on how that process worked or did not work for you. In case I ever have to do this again down the road, it's something I can take your words of wisdom and try to tweak that and tweak what I do to make it better for future students. So I greatly appreciate you taking the time to do that. And I'm going to give you 300 points for taking that time. All right. So I'd like to leave you with some closing remarks, things to think about for your future. I usually do this on the last day of class during right before the final exam. Since we're not getting together for a final exam, I'm going to do it this way. So first thing I want to leave you with is people, relationships matter. Yes, maintain relationships with your friends and family. Your professional and career relationships are extremely important. You'll hear it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, it's those relationships, right? And a lot of times you develop those relationships on the job, people you're working with, and they move on, they go to different organizations, right? And maybe there's a promotional opportunity for you at a different company, different organization. Well, they know Sarah, they know Johnny, right? And so hey, I worked with Sarah. She was great. She did all these things for us at XYZ company. We really should bring her over here. So when you go to that interview, you already have people on the inside giving you a thumbs up or they're backing you, they're pulling for you to get that opportunity. So that matters. Technology has its place. Right? Obviously, we use a lot of technology this quarter here, but ideally we don't over rely on it when we're outside of the COVID-19 situation. Face to face, in person still matters. Okay, so you don't want to just rely just on technology for maintaining your relationships. Empathy for people, being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, understand where they're coming from, and helping other people, right? Helping other people, however you can do that. With whatever career you choose, can you help others? Can you do some volunteer work in your community? What can you do for others is something that does matter. All right, number 2, consistent work ethic and effort matters. Try to teach that a lot in this class. When am I going to use math in my life? Well, we're teaching you to persevere and to be consistent. That's what leads to success in math. Persevere when it's tough and be consistent. Work ethic gets you through math classes. Okay, and this is extremely important in your career life down the road. Being able to show up those days. I don't really feel like it today. No, show up. That's half the battle. Okay, be present in the moment. Right, in the meetings, you're working with people. You're not texting, doing other stuff. You're present in the moment. Okay, following through on action items. Right, you're given an action item. Are you someone we can count on and rely on? Do you follow through and get it done? Right? You tell me you're gonna get something done by Friday. Are you getting it done by Friday? Or every time Friday comes, oh, sorry, I didn't get to it yet. I'll get to it this weekend. Monday comes. Oh, I couldn't get to it Monday. I'll get it done by the end of this week. Right? That doesn't work in the workplace. Right? People need to count on you. You have to be responsible. You have to follow through with your action items. Nothing more frustrating than working with colleagues that do not follow through with their action items. You think that's someone you're going to want to bring over to your next organization and hire? No. Matter of fact, when they apply, I go the other way. Oh, don't bring in Johnny for this one. Johnny doesn't follow through. Johnny doesn't do anything. Yeah, you're not getting that job. Now you have someone pushing it down. Then take responsibility and ownership when you drop the ball or make a mistake. Hey, we're human. We make mistakes. I make mistakes every day in the classroom. Every day I make a mistake. Not perfect, right? And take responsibility. If you sent me an email, I'm pretty good about getting back to emails, but guess what? I'm not 100%. If I drop the ball, I don't get back to you. Well, send me another one and I'll get back to you, right? And I'll own it. Oh, man, I missed that. I dropped the ball, right? I made a mistake. It's okay. We're human, all right? But there's nothing worse than just blaming it, making excuses. People don't like that, right? Take ownership, take responsibility, and you'll go further in your career. Follow your passions, right? And a lot of times your passions don't perfectly mesh with a career, but pick a career that most closely matches your passions, right? If you love working outdoors, well, can you find a career where you get to spend your time working outdoors? If you love working with people, well, can you find a career where you're working with people, you have interactions versus being in a cubicle, just being an individual contributor, doing your little thing, right? Find a career that matches your passions, and you'll be much happier in life. Understand the pathway is not always linear. You're gonna have bumps in the road. Hey, this COVID-19, this is a major bump in the road for a lot of us, right? We weren't planning on this, right? So sometimes in life, you have to have life's a little bit about plan B sometimes. All right, this happened. Now, how am I gonna reroute to get where I want to be? And finally, you define what is a well-lived life. You define that. No one else can tell you what a well-lived life is. You define that. So chase your dreams and you're on your way. And then finally, I want you to always remember, trust the process. It works, right? As long as you set up a solid process, it will work. It works every time. All right, I'm going to miss you. Make sure you come say hi next fall when you're back on campus. Have a great summer.